With all of our rumors and speculation seem to be confirmed this week by Skydance wanting to purchase Warner Bros., we have to wonder, what does this mean for the DC universe that James Gunn is developing? Will they keep James Gunn on, or is James Gunn's time counting down to zero? I personally am in the camp that James Gunn's time is counting down to zero for a couple of reasons. Honestly, James Gunn, you know what? The guy is a little crazy, a little bit nutty, but you know what? He's a creator. They're all kind of nutty. That's not really my main concern with James Gunn. My concern for James Gunn is the results of what we've seen so far within his DC universe. Creature Commandos, although from what I've seen, a decent enough cartoon, didn't really get that big explosive amount of people to come in and watch it on HBO Max. Yes, it got some people, but mostly the people who are already interested in DC as a universe, no one that was really not new or part of DC came to watch it. Okay, well, what about James Gunn's Peacemaker? Once more, you're continuing on a storyline that is happening before James Gunn was head of DC Universe, and now what we're seeing, it's just kind of continuation and wasn't even all that great from what I've heard. I didn't see the show so far, but it's kind of more of a letdown from the first season. And then we have the final nail in the coffin, which is the Superman film that James Gunn came out on. Honestly, it wasn't that great of a film. Superman wasn't really all that great. I love the phrase, we have normal man, because he didn't do anything really all that super. Yes, he picked up a lizard and put it to the ground. He didn't one-shot it into the Johnson, into the stratosphere. He didn't really save the day. It was really Mr. Terrific who did it. Honestly, if you took Superman out of that film, Mr. Terrific could have solved the issue alone. How do I know this? The fact that Lex Luthor was using drones around his fake Superman in order to control him like a video game. Mr. Terrific, should have seen what was going on, sent his drones over, hacked into the drones around the fake Superman, and then got into Lex Luthor and stopped the whole situation from happening. It didn't need Superman. Also, you have Green Lantern and Superman seemingly to be on the same power level. Like, yes, Green Lanterns are powerful. Don't get me wrong. They are extremely powerful. But Superman should be in a class above Green Lantern. Maybe not way above him, but at least above him in some regard. And you never get that sense here. Really, you get the super pals or super gals or whatever the super group or DC Justice group, or whatever they call it, whatever James Gunn's calling it, I can't remember at this point. It doesn't feel like the Justice League that I remember growing up watching. At least that's my perspective as someone who's been a DC fan for about my entire life. Now, what is this really going to be coming down to with the next film that's coming out? Batman, the Brave and the Bold. We'll see. We'll see if they are able to live up to the cartoon that came back out in the early 2000s, or if that is also going to fall through. I hope it doesn't. But James Gunn is showing himself to be kind of a weak leader. I mean, we have Crypto, his own dog, playing the role of Crypto in the Superman film. And James Gunn is bringing Damian Wayne into Batman Brave and the Bold. At least that's what I'm hearing. I could be wrong. So what exactly are you supposed to take away from this? Is James Gunn someone who loves DC? Or is James Gunn someone who looks at DC, likes certain elements from it, and wants to throw his own flair onto it? And is he really a creative genius? I'm not sure. I used to hear all the time that it was thanks to James Gunn that we got the Infinity Saga. That if it wasn't for James Gunn coming in and helping write out the Infinity Saga about the galactic portion of it, that it wouldn't be quite the Marvel films that we have today. And maybe that's true, but the current James Gunn should not be ahead of a studio. I'm just going to say it flat out. James Gunn right now is a niche movie producer, not a studio head. And we've seen a lot of failures of studio heads, so adding one more to the pile doesn't seem to be all that difficult for Hollywood. But I honestly do hope that this sale goes through and Skydance gets somebody else in there besides James Gunn. Maybe it doesn't have to be sold to Skydance, but I think James Gunn at this time does need to be replaced. He has a couple more films to prove himself with Supergirl, but even then, I don't think it's enough to save him. But I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think James Gunn's going to do amazing? Do you think it's going to be mediocre? Or do you think it'll be a complete failure and disaster? I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. You have a wonderful day. You take care now. Bye.